to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful members of the elect. This is just a short lesson. This is GMS Swahili 144. The brother, he's part of our camp. I know it's Gobarba La. He has a new channel, that he's gonna be addressing. He's gonna be going into the certain lessons and certain history, about the people of who are of the Bantu or Swahili dialect, and because we have Israelites that scattered, we're scattered through the four corners of the globe. All right, I'm gonna get a scripture. All right, this is just like the time of Acts as well. I'm gonna get Acts 2 as well, but I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 28. Verse 64. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And that's what's happening. All right, our people are, over there, certain parts of Africa, certain parts of North Africa, South Africa, Central Africa, West Africa, East Africa, where there's Israelites, who was of the stock of, a lot of them are of the stock of Judah, of the kingdom of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the southern kingdom. And not just the southern kingdom, there's also like the 10 tribes. There's people, we're scattered through the whole entire globe, right? But when you read Genesis 49, about the blessing, that the sons, I'm gonna get it, because we're scattered, on the four continents, all right? Says, the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So a lot of our people are, some of our people are into the whole Islam, by the whole Kabbalah worship, with the whole Alat, that they go around that circle in, Mecca, and that whole religion was set up by the Israelites. Just bear with me, brothers. I'm kind of all over the place. We're scattered, on the four corners of the globe. Like, that's why it's a diaspora, right? Look at the word. Get Acts 2 as well. This is Acts 2 verse 1. Right? This is the day of Pentecost, or the Feast of First Fruits, right? And when the day of Pentecost was fully come, there also they were all with one. They are all with one accord in one place. Um, because you know, basically, there's three high holy days that we were supposed to attend. One was the Passover, the Feast of First Fruits, and the Tabernacles, the Feast of Tabernacles, right? That we're supposed to attend in Jerusalem, right? And basically, during the time of the Acts, right, the Israelites, they were scattered, but the southern kingdom, the kingdom of Judah or the Judeans, um, they were still in Jerusalem, still in the land, of our homeland Israel, and basically there are a lot of Gentiles, Israelite foreigners, right, who were gone, who's living in different countries, different lands, right? And suddenly there came a sudden from the heaven as a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house wherein they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongue like as fire, and sat upon each one of them. So basically the apostles, the 12 apostles, or the 11, right? Because basically by that time, like Judas was gone, but there was like the 11, and they were casting a lot, so next, I think was um when you read about basically basically after after Judas died, somebody had to fill the lot. But I'm just fast forwarding. Basically, I'm gonna read it again. And there appeared unto them cloven tongue like as fire, and sat upon each one of them, and they were filled with the Holy Spirit. All right. So the Yahweh and yes, his son Yahweh Shai, he gave him the gift, to speak, to like to speak with different tongues, right? Like different languages, all right? And and this is not, you know, like people like to say, oh, you have to have the Holy Spirit, and they go speaking in tongues, right? And you're not even translating, you're just speaking, right? You're not trying, but these were the apostles. They were actually speaking, you know, to the other tribes who came, you know, like who came to Jerusalem, and they were speaking different languages to them, and they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, and began to speak with holy tongues, as the Spirit gave them utterance. And there were dwelling in Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven. So the Israelite, all right, the Israelite foreigners, all right, that would go to the you know the Passover, the feast of first fruits, all right, and the feast of tabernacles, every year, all right. But they were speaking with different tongues, so they needed to have someone to translate, right? And that's what it is, right? And there's certain brothers, who's a part of the Great Millstone or different, like congregations. But basically, you have Israel, you have certain brothers who's bilingual, who could speak different tongues, right? Which is a gift, right? Because I'm only able to speak English, like I know the apostles, Apostle Ariam Lab, and Elder Sakaran, like they speak the Spanish and the English fluent. Certain brothers could speak the French, certain brothers could speak the Portuguese, you know. you have the like you have a camp, GMS Suriname, and they're speaking the Dutch, the Portuguese, you know. So you have in like you have brothers in Mexico, um, you have brothers as well as in the Philippines, you know, who's who know that they're Israelites and that's going out there and speaking with different languages, different tongues, which is a gift, right? And if you have a child, you know, and they're able to speak and they're able to speak a different language, because like that's a gift, So you know says this is Acts 2 verse 15, and there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. And now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because that that end that caused that every man hearing them speaking in their own tongue, right? And basically that's what the apostles were able to to communicate dialogue, you know, because they were speaking just the Hebrew back then, right? But they were speaking to the Israelites that was in Jerusalem, speaking like different languages, all right? Because you had brothers from Persia, all right, all over, all right, that would go out, like they would come to Jerusalem, every year, and that's what Apostle Paul, he would go throughout Asia Minor, and he would upbraid our people to know who they are, because a lot of our people they were into the whole Greek way of life and customs, So like that's why Apostle Paul, he was also a Roman citizen as well, and but even though he was a Pharisee, like before he got into the ministry, he got knocked off his horse, like Yahweh Shai he knocked Saul. Now his name is, he changed his name to Paul, and basically, like that's what awakened Paul, so he would go throughout Asia Minor, and that's why, apart from, you know, like most of the, like basically like most of the whole, like apart from the gospel, a lot of the writings of Paul, was written by Paul, like the book of Ephesians, um, like like the Philippines, all right, throughout Asia Minor, the Colossians, like First and Second Thessalonians, the book of Timothy 1 and 2, Titus, uh, Philemon, book of Hebrews. Like most of those books was written by the Apostle Paul. So he had a heavy spirit, man, and the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophet. So if you were a prophet back then, the like the prophets are back in their lap, right? And now there was a noise abroad. The multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speaking in their own tongue, and they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are they not all these which spake which spake Galileans, right? So that's what it was, right? And basically, because prior to Yahweh Shai, he's granting them the spirit to speak different tongues. They're only speaking like the language of the Galileans, right? Which was like it wasn't like they were speaking like a Hebrew tongue, but it'd be like in these modern time be like a Ebonics, right? Because most of the apostles they weren't really learned men. They were fishermen. You know, um, but Apostle Paul he was well learned, right? All the apostles, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is the Swahili, GMS Swahili 144. So because I believe when we started the camp, 2009, there was a brother from there was a guy he would listen to us at camp. He was a Congolese brother. He's from Congo, and he said that he was talking about basically how they get how the men get circumcised at a young age, and so on and so on. But because there are a lot of Israelites throughout Congo, throughout Kenya, like Tanzania, South Africa, right? They call them like the Bantu people. So we are scattered. The Israelites were scattered, man. So this is not a black thing, right? This is not a white thing. This is a nationality thing, right? And we don't have our records, to show who we are because they have it, written. Because they have our records, the Vatican, you know, and in these exhibits, right? But they know who we are according to our DNA. That's what like when you go to the hospital, these people are always drawing your blood, your DNA, your saliva, your urine, or your blood. These people are always doing their science, which needs to know, and so they know exactly who we are, and the gib and the gib is, or the game, or the whole gib is up, basically, they lied to us, not knowing who we are. They just said, "Oh, you're black." Black. You calling yourself black means you're dead, basically. If you look at that word, if you look at word black in the Black's Law Dictionary, it has a whole different meaning, man. I'm just gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm just flowing in the spirit. All right, I'm gonna just get my Black's Law Dictionary. Drinking my juice that I juiced a couple days ago. This is not no wine. This is some juice, man. So this is the Black's Law Dictionary, the 5th edition. Let's look at the word black. So black, yeah. Okay. I was looking just for the word black. bunch of different things. There's Black Act, the English status, um, 9 Geo first, C22, so called because it was um, acquisition by the outrageous like committing by persons with their face black or otherwise distinguished, um, who appeared in. I'm just looking just for the word black. There's a whole bunch. I just wanted the word black because there's a whole bunch of different things. But this is the black code, a name given collectively to the body of a law, status and ruled in form in various southern states prior to 1865, regard which which regularly which regulated the institution of slavery and particularly those forbidding their receptions at public inn or public convoys. So these people they do all kind of stuff. But like that's why these lawyers, right, which means law, you know what I mean, which means join to me, the tribe of Levi. But basically, like that's why all these different lawyers, these this whole this whole racket, with the whole Constitution, right, which is supposed to be based on the Bible, but like that's why I think Isaiah 11, it says, "Woe unto them who write who write grievous who write grievousness." You know, so they're always casting spells. They're doing these different enchantments, um, to keep us far from the Heavenly Father and His Son, right? And so these people, man, like their whole gig is up, man. You know. But I'm just gonna use some Slovakia. I'm trying to log in back into my phone, Slovakia. I'm just gonna look at the word black on the Edom online, and then I'm gonna get white. Right, because there's not a nationality of of so-called white people or black people, right? This is a thing that was made up, right, to keep us in darkness, deaf. Black etymology says black, um, adjective, old English, bleak or black, absolute dark, absorb all light, of the color of sot or coal, burnt, black, to turn, shine. So this is why they want to call us black or brown or yellow, all these different colors. This whole set up by the term, but it was like set up by the Germans. I think his name was John 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 Newman Black, a German. That set up that whole black, white, yellow. and brown, like narrative, right? And this is what he's doing, you know. But kind of was all over the place, just flowing in the spirit. So with that, let us say all praise is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect out there. So you have brothers out there that scattered, that speak in different tongues, and they're awakened to who they are. And the elect, is gonna be safe. Like whoever they are, and there's gonna be a remnant. That's gonna who's gonna be saved, right? And you know because basically there's gonna be a whole I believe it's get it. I think Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein, right? So America, is gonna be completely on fire, man. With radiation, the whole like radiation waves, the fire, right? That's gonna come. That's why Malachi 4:1 said, "The behold the day cometh that's gonna burn as an oven." Because this place is gonna be a memorial, as to how not to live, and basically like this why like that's why the whore Babylon, America, all right, like they're pushing this whole this deaf culture, all right, and it's sweet, right, but the people are dying, right, so like basically like that's what's gonna happen, right, but like what they want to do, like they want you to be like they want everybody sea hipped, and tagged, or and to have you in slavery, man. These people want us in slavery again. And like we're already in slavery, man. You have a Jake already catching hell, on the east and west, in the western hemisphere, man. We don't have nothing, you know. They have all the resources, the elite bankers and stuff. So it's like these people want us right back in slavery and are dead, you know. The two part therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left. So the one third. All right. So you're gonna have the 144,000, and then you're gonna have the one third. On the four corners of the globe. Right. Who's gonna turn back. Like to the Father. You know. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined. That's what's gonna. The Lord, He's gonna have to refine us, right? Like during the whole nuclear destruction, the nuclear fallout, the elect, all right, like whoever they are gonna be changed. It says in the twinkling of an eye, right? And basically, like we're gonna be immortals, all right, and we're never gonna die, and we're gonna reign, for a thousand years with the Father, right? And like with His Son, right? And and we're not gonna die, that we're gonna pass on, a righteous legacy, you know. And basically like you Edomites are gonna be done away with, Obadiah, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried, and they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my part. And that's what we're hoping to do, man. Whoever we are, like whoever the elect are, you know, and we just continue on the path, and that he's gonna make us go through the fire, through the gold and the silver, man, and he's gonna refine us, right? So we're at the crossroads, right? Like the song, that song like Bone Thugs and Harmony, the crossroads, man. And we're gonna be like the elect is gonna be refined, man. And we just gotta stay, and we just have to stay diligent and make our calling, for election sure, you know. So with that, let's say our praise due to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash, the ones, the apostles of great, most stone, peace and blessings to the elect out there. This is GMS Yasha Allah Banyamin. Check out the brother um, GMS Swahili 144 Gabarla. Continue edifying the brothers out there, because so we're just putting it out there, right? Because the elect is gonna be saved, right? And it's gonna be a great deliverance. Jeremiah 17 verse no, Jeremiah 16 verse 17. Let me just get it again, since the spirit's on me. Sometimes you just have to flow with the spirit, right? You just have to follow the spirit. Get Jeremiah 16 verse 17, I believe. Jeremiah 16 verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, right? So the Lord, he delivered the Israelites, like through, like he used Moses, through the Strait of Akbar, and he did that miracle, right? And he caused a whole bunch of different plagues, in Egypt, the firstborn of Pharaoh, the plagues of locusts, lice. There was believe like 7 or 8 different plagues that Yahweh Shai, he would send, that you know, and like this is what he's gonna do again. The Lord liveth, that brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Aren't we not in the land of North America? All right, and basically, the elect is gonna be saved out of this fire, man, throughout America and certain parts of Canada, because there's gonna be, but even though like Canada is not gonna be totally affected, right? Because there's a whole bunch of there's a lot of land, man, there's a lot of resources, man. All right, so a lot of the Edomites and stuff are gonna be the first crops of slavery, man. And the international banking families through these deep underground military bases, you guys are gonna be the first crops of slavery, man. So you could live it up now, but that your end is coming nigh. That they show you that in that movie, The Planet of the Apes, the one from the 1960s and 1970s, and the newer ones. They want to call us the apes. Just like you're the damn real caveman. And from the land wherein he's driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. And that's what it is. The Lord, he's gonna bring us back into our land. But that whole the land of Israel, the state of Israel, Palestine, West Bank, Lebanon, Syria. It's gonna be completely destroyed, man. With their from the silos, these missiles, these different missiles, these and the angels, man. Shalom, shalom, brother. Yeah, so that's what's gonna have to happen, man. There's gonna be a total destruction, man. You know, but with that, like to say, I'll praise. I'm gonna read it again. Behold, I will send for many fishers of the Lord, and they shall fish them. And afterward, I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them. So that's when the elect is gonna be totally like God body, man. All right, with the whole with the whole destruction, of Babylon, the whore is gonna be set on fire. All right, the elect, all right, is gonna be charged up, and they're gonna have the new bodies, man. And they're gonna have the power. All right, and we are gonna have the power because we're gonna be kings and priests, and we're gonna establish righteousness on the earth, man. Because there's a whole bunch of evil that's being set up, man. Whole bunch of wickedness. You know, Esau had his time to rule. Now it's gonna be our time. Jacob, it said that Jacob's the end of the world. No, it says that Esau is the end. Slaka. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob's beginning of it that followed. So that's what it is. So we're approaching. Even though we're at the bottom, we have no power. Our people are sold out. To the whole international banking society, and basically, Yahweh Shai is gonna set up his elect, the first fruits. All right, and we're gonna take the best. We're gonna take like we're gonna take the it, like the first is gonna be last, and last is gonna be first. So Esau, he's living luxury, all right, and basically he's gonna be the first one to go into captivity, man, and their nation, and not just the white man. All right, it's gonna be other nations as well, according to the Bible. For me, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the hole of the rock. Right, and that's what it is, you know. So, for my eyes are upon all their ways; they are not hid from my face, neither will their iniquity hid from my eyes. All right, and first, I will recompense them for their iniquity with their sin double. All right, basically, and our people too. Our people are part of that whole recompense. All right, because our people is doing a lot of satanic, occult like, rituals. And they're following after the whore, society, Babylon. And that's why like we're the saints, like like we're the consecrated one. We're made separate, and so that's why that we're just holding on to our the elect is just holding on to their integrity, and that's what we're doing. Right. So we just gotta hold on to our integrity, and follow the Lamb, that which is and that which is Yahweh Shai. No, and that's it. And I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, for because they have defiled my land, right, with their whole the whole boogie boys, over there in the land of Israel and throughout the world. All right, and our people are our people are heavy into that whole wickedness, man. Our people are the face of it. All right, so you're not crying out for what happened to you during slavery, like, but you're basically you're standing up for the whole different alternative way of life, which is altered because that's not really life, right? And basically, like that's why the Father Yahweh, right, which means He is, right, and the Son Yahweh Shai, which means He's gonna have to deliver His saints, his consecrated ones, man, who's sighing and crying, man. All right. So yeah, with that, let's see all praise due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akakadash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings, um, to the elect out there. Um, keep on enduring, and Shalom.